Hello.
Welcome to my life.
All right, so you told me to listen to a certain song and I definitely did not do it. Is it What I Am? Is that the one? Oh,
That's
that
the new
released ages ago.
No.
15th of March.
Oh.
I still haven't listened to it. Hello, lovely people. Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Happy gather round to those who celebrate. As
I'm
you
a
can
newborn.
see, we are decked out for the people that watch on YouTube. If you're not watching on YouTube, what are you doing?
I'm a newborn
You need
AFL fan, my dude.
Yeah, if you're not watching on YouTube right now, you just need to quickly just move on over to there and just look at Caitlin's outfit because she is a pies girly through and through.
Do you know what? I love how jarring it is being Adelaide based. People would probably assume that I would have picked Crows or Port.
Yeah.
Port just irks me for no reason, right? The Crows, I don't have an issue with the Crows, but I'm like,
I think you'd have an issue with the colour scheme.
yeah, the colour scheme, Adelaide's colour scheme, just like for everything that we do,
Not giving.
annoys
Yeah.
the heck out of me. So I was like, I need a team, and I picked the Pies because I backed them in the grand final,
Yep.
and they won, and I was like, well,
even
that's
then
a
you were like, they're
sign.
the hottest team.
Look, that is the real reason that I follow the Pies.
Look.
And when I say I follow the Pies, it's when I have to pick a team, I'm picking the Pies.
Yep.
So
I mean, love the food, love the team. What more is there to say, really?
exactly. I don't have an issue with magpies as a whole either, like the
Yeah,
bird.
okay.
They've never... No, that's a lie. I have been half swooped once.
Okay.
Benji's been swooped. I almost had to kill a magpie because it was swooping Benji in my
I
backyard.
mean, got to protect, you know?
But besides that, we're cool. Yeah. I can't believe I've now officially been to a footy game.
How crazy. How crazy. And like your first footy game wasn't even a Pies game. It was the Dockers versus Carlton, which I really enjoyed. I thought that was a really good game.
That was a good game.
I really got into that one. I got into that one more than what I got into. See, okay, everyone. My first team is Crows, Crom forever. But my second team is now Bulldogs because I love Libba. I want everyone to know.
Liberace.
I love Tom Liberatore with my whole entire fucking being. That man, respectfully, can absolutely get it.
Respectfully smash.
Respectfully smash because I don't know what his marital status is. So,
Yeah.
anyway, loving from afar. So, yeah, Doggies are my second team. I reckon third would probably be Carlton for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But anyway, so yeah, Caitlin's first game was Dockers versus Carlton. Carlton won. And then we watched the Dogs versus the Cats. And Caitlin is fucking 6 for 6 for her tips this week, which is an
I'm
absolute
good
dream.
at footy tipping.
Yeah. Now,
Secret skill.
the Dogs did be dirty and they lost last night, but that's fine. That's fine. They played a good game.
That's all right.
Do we tell the people what we saw?
Let's wind it back first, right? So we go to these games. I had no idea how long an AFL game goes for.
Yeah.
Right? And for me to sit there and a quarter is 30-something minutes, that's insane. Like, I'm
With
coming from a basketball world.
With stoppage, yeah.
Yeah, but I'm coming from a basketball world where it's like 10 minutes a quarter.
Yeah.
And I'm like, holy shit, there's 4 of these? That's insane.
Yeah.
So then going to a back-to-back game, that was... It was good, but that was insanity.
Yeah.
Looking back at it. Also, I realized that football reminds me of ancient Roman times. You're telling me that we all gather around in this giant Colosseum-style stadium.
Gather round.
Correct. And we watch men fight each other over a leather ball.
Essentially, yeah.
Tell me that's not gladiators. That is crazy. And then I realized that we would have thrived.
If we were in ancient Rome, we 100% would have had like a weekly Colosseum membership. Like we'd be going there every Friday after work.
Hell yes. And we would be basing our picks over smash or pass.
Yeah, once we finished chiseling our rocks, we'd be like, right, Time to watch some death.
Would be chiseling our favorite gladiators' names into rocks.
Yeah.
And, like little love hearts next to it.
Truly.
We'd be waiting at the Colosseum gates to like meet them, get them to chisel their signatures in.
God bless.
God bless sport.
I fucking love sport. Hey, like I couldn't tell you the rules, and I kind of make up my rules in my head. And you just clap when everybody else claps. I just really like the atmosphere and going and just like watching a team do its thing. I love it.
Basketball's the only sport that I actually care about the sport itself. Everything else, I'm just there for the vibes.
Yeah, like yeah. And you know what? I'm so excited for Live Golf. That's gonna be so much fun.
Yeah, it will be. So, speaking of vibes, people had said to me that footy crowds can be a bit nuts. Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
Some people even said to me, they were like, I don't think you're going to like the crowd because they're really intense.
Yeah.
Okay. Yesterday was fine. It was pretty tame.
Yeah, it was.
Because I feel like the worst sport crowd I've ever been to was the soccer.
Yeah, that was vile.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't a fan of that. Yeah.
That's rock bottom. Yeah. And then basketball would be the top because it's quite like family friendly, whatever. So yesterday was pretty tame, like where we were sitting. But then there was 2 significant incidences that occurred that really rocked us.
Men just menning, really, hey.
I mean, the underlying theme of it all was it was just men. So we're sitting in like aisle seats and this man...
A dream, by the way. I love being in an aisle.
Same. Same. I feel like we didn't leverage it as much as what we probably could have. So we're sitting in our little aisle seat and out of nowhere, this man a couple rows in front of us bolts up the stairs, cupping his ass.
Yeah, genuinely.
And says what?
He's like, oh my God, I've shut myself. I don't know if you realised how audible he was, but both me and Caitlin looked at each other and we were like...
Yeah. Like
audacious.
Like, sir, I reckon he had to have been drunk to have said that out loud. There is no way he's saying that out loud sober or intentionally. That was crazy. And then he came back.
He was fine.
Right? And he was fine. He was kicking on.
He wasn't bashful. He wasn't like eyes darting around the gaff. Nah.
One or 2 things occurred. He didn't shit himself, but he came close.
Yeah.
Or B, he did shit himself and his dirty underwear is in a bin somewhere at Adelaide Oval.
He's stinking at the men's toilet.
Mm-hmm. That's fucked. That's nuts. Like, can you imagine, like, it's bad enough shitting yourself in public.
Yeah.
But then how do you get home? Like, well, you obviously have to go to your car, but the whole time there's just shit everywhere. That's like my worst nightmare. Imagine how dirty and uncomfortable you would feel.
Like, it doesn't matter if everyone else knows that you shut yourself. You know that you shut yourself.
Yeah.
Like, there's no going back.
It's a sensory thing too. Like, the feeling of the shit everywhere.
Surely it would be contained, though. You'd hope.
I don't know. Like, if I think about that time that I recently shut myself. From experience. If I was, like, out in public.
Yeah.
And having to move, because like you have to move, like whether you're going to the bathroom or whether you're going to the car or whatever, it would have been everywhere. It would have been dripping down my jeans. Like when you shit yourself, it's not just like, it's not like a solid experience. Okay.
We need to stop. We'll end it at that. Now the second bit. So doggies are down by like the 3rd quarter.
Yeah.
So my mind's going adrift. I look to my left and there's this, he was like what, in his 50s, right? Mm-hmm. There was this man texting. His brightness is up 100. His font is like 64 pt. Mm-hmm. So I can't help but have a little bit of a read. He's drafting his message. I'm like, oh, what's he Hang on, I need to get it up.
It's so funny.
And I'm flabbergasted. My jaw has hit the floor after what I've read, which is amazing because normally I can't read from that far away. And then I looked at Caitlin and I was like, Caitlin, look at that man's text message. She clocks it and she takes a photo. So this man's texting someone called SJ, and SJ has written, oh, it makes me icky like saying this. I'm very horny for you, baby. And then he's replied, I hope so, because I'm crazy horny for you. Now, I wish we got to see the last message, but he was still drafting it and then he turned his back to us. So like we couldn't see the screen anymore. But he's drafting another message. So he's going for the double text and he's like, and dying to something, baby.
Yeah.
Dying to what, sir? What do you want to do to SJ?
When I showed Dad was like, what was he wanting to say? And I was like, you know what? I feel like I don't want to know.
The less we know, the better.
Yeah.
It's that Tame Impala song. They were onto something.
They were really onto something when they wrote that. Like, there is nothing that he could have put between no and baby. Or what was the word or whatever?
I really want to.
Yeah, there's nothing you could put between like to and baby that would have not made me projectile vomit.
This man was at the game by himself, I'm pretty sure. Either that or he was with a friend, a guy friend. And his team was winning. They were up. Mm-hmm. And he just finds the time to just be sexting mid-game.
Like, go home. Like, but also, when I'm in public, like, I'm not doing anything like freaking weird. But even if I'm just texting people normally.
Yeah.
Brightness down.
Yeah.
Like, I'm very aware of my surroundings.
Yeah.
I'm always like, what if someone looked at my phone? I don't know. I just find it weird.
Yeah.
This man, not a care in the world.
He did not care who clocked him.
He should have just posted it on social media, hashtag gather around and have them show it on the screen.
Well, I mean, we practically did.
As soon as I got that photo,
for him.
As soon as I got that photo, I'm like, the entire world needs to see this. I put it on every platform.
So yeah, that was Caitlin's first AFL experience. Sexting and shitting.
Yeah.
Wow. Iconic.
Everything you'd want from a sporting match.
Truly.
No, it was pretty good. Fell in love with Charlie Curnow.
We love that man.
Not the entire world. Gatekeeping, I meant to say. I was backing purely based on my tips, Carlton.
Yeah.
And he just was kicking goal after goal. Also have decided that, you know, the moment that they kick the goal and then they do their angry thing and then they get put up on the screen in slow-mo, smash.
Yeah.
Just
yeah.
If the player does that and gets put up on the screen, immediate boyfriend. Yeah. So now we've turned it into a game of we need to buy a badge.
Yeah.
For every player that we fall in love with.
We do actually need to get there early because I do maybe want to buy a couple of badges.
That's fine. Yeah. That's totally fine.
I think you need a Magpies badge as well.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just one for each side. Each day costs, brother.
Yeah. Titties.
Yeah. And then I'm going to get Keira Knightley for up here.
Yeah.
And it's like the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. I'm so excited to see Collingwood play.
Me too,
I might even cry.
I love this team.
Me the second.
God, I
they're good old Collingwood forever.
You're gonna be screaming that fucking song.
Thank God they put the words up on the screen. Yeah, I don't know anything past.
You get time to practice.
Wait, I reckon I could figure out good old Collingwood forever. We know how to play the game. Da, 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 da. See?
Damn.
It's not hard.
Girl.
That's it. It's just
the end. End scene.
Yeah, big fan.
Yeah.
I would go to another footy game.
Yeah?
Hell yeah. Absolutely. Especially if it's a hot team.
Interesting.
I got sunscreen in my eye now.
Yeah, I had that before too.
So yeah, I would go back. You will never catch me on the hill.
Maybe we'll get tickets for like the Crows versus Collingwood game if they have a home game.
That would be good.
Or Carlton versus.
Yeah.
Or
even
Dogs,
like Bulldogs
versus.
any teams.
Other than that, did you have anything? Yeah, the hill, not for me. My legs couldn't take it, honestly.
I just can't fathom that people stand.
It's like a concert.
The entire
but on an incline.
Oh my God. And for a winter sport as
it gets real cold.
That's nuts.
Other than that this week, I've been feeling all sorts and a little bit ill. Like you currently with your eyes.
I'm just going to close my eyes for the next portion of the podcast because
Just listen.
I have sunscreen in them. Yeah, I'm listening.
Feeling fine now. But yeah, was having a real fucking rough week.
I just feel flat and tired.
Yeah, like I just seeing you with your eyes closed.
They're like watering really badly.
Like I'm sure it's something with the planets or the moon. Like I'm fucking convinced.
Well, there's the moon thing. I'm pretty sure Mercury's in retrograde.
But that's communication. That's not so much mood though.
But I think if you have enough of these things, you're just going to get fucked up.
Yeah, so true. So I've given myself some grace this week. And you know what? Being a small business owner is really just taking a toll on me.
Danika's become an entrepreneur, guys.
So everyone, over the Easter weekend, I didn't mention this on the pod last week, but I have opened up a supermarket store on Supermarket Simulator on PC. For anyone interested, it's $18 on Steam. Would highly recommend.
Can you only play it on PC?
I think so. Because I think it's still in beta.
Okay, yeah.
Could be wrong, could be talking shit. But anyway, I play it on PC. So you start off with a small little, like, convenience store. You have 2 shelves and you get to stock certain things. You have to buy licenses to get more products.
Oh, wow.
And then, like, you have to buy a fridge for the cold stuff, for example. So, like, I got to a point where I was buying bottled water and I had no fridge to put the bottled water in, so I couldn't sell the bottled water.
Who would like lukewarm
so I had boxes of bottled water just sitting in the corner.
Oh, wow.
And then you've also got so you're a one-man band to start off with. You can, once you progress more, you can hire staff. But I'm like, no, I'm not giving people my hard-earned money.
No.
So I'm a one-man band currently. So I'm stocking the shelves, I'm putting in orders, and I'm also checking out.
Yeah.
Beep, beep, beep.
It's a long day.
I tell you what, the grind does not stop. Truly. But to make the day go quicker, I've made up a new game. And I've decided to call it Coins for the Clapped. So, someone comes up.
It sounds like a government scheme. It's what they rebrand Centrelink to be. Coins for the Clapped. Oh, fuck.
Are you ugly? You could be entitled to Coins for the Clapped.
NDIS slogan.
So it's essentially smash or pass. So the customers come in, I scan their items. If I feel like smash, they get their change in notes. If I think they're clapped and uggers, coins. Nothing but coins.
We should have done this when we worked at factory.
Jingle jangle the way out, bitch. Like, see you fucking later.
That would have made Boxing Day way more interesting.
I mean, we'd get rid of our change.
I'm holding up the line, playing Smash or Pass.
Literally. So I'm out here fucking giving people $20 in coins. It's made the game a whole lot more fun, I'm telling you right now.
What's your pricing like with your products in store?
I try to make a profit. So all of my products are above market price.
Yeah. It's premium.
But it's only a couple of dollars like profit. Mm-hmm. So like, I mean, you got to keep the shelves stocked somehow, you know what I mean?
Didn't you price something at like $300?
No. Not yet.
Oh.
But people were kicking off because I had my milk, I think it was milk, and I think market price was like $3.50. Mm-hmm. And I was like, I'm going to hike this up to $6, right?
Which is pretty standard if you go to Coles.
I think so. People were losing their damn mind. They were looking at me while they were checking out and they were like, the milk's too expensive. I'm like, you povo bitch, go elsewhere then. Like, I don't need your money.
This is a high-end, family-run, local supermarket.
Just scream at me that you're poor. Like,
Girl,
honestly.
have mud on you.
She rolled around in fruit.
Okay.
In figs, and now it kind of looks like dried blood.
Figs.
I don't know. Yeah.
That's funny.
She wouldn't let me wipe it off her.
Oh, she likes it.
Yeah. So yeah, that's my small business. I haven't really played this week because I haven't been well, so I don't know how
the neighborhood's gone into crisis.
And then in the morning, people are just rushing to get their groceries, but I'm also rushing to restock. Yeah. So I'm just fucking throwing boxes of produce over these people's heads just to get them into the store. Efficiency, work harder, not smarter. Capitalism. Work smarter, not harder.
Put that on a t-shirt. That should be the slogan for your store.
Work harder, not smarter.
Oh, fuck. That's so funny. I wish it was on PlayStation.
That or be cute, not clapped, you know?
What's with the clapped? That's so funny. Oh, fuck. You ran an incredible pace today.
Yeah,
on
okay.
Club, my dude.
Okay. So we had run club this morning.
Yeah.
We'll go into...
When you say we, you had run club and I went on an adventure.
So because we weren't feeling too great this week, we went on separate solo runs on Thursday, I want to say.
Yeah. Yeah, it was.
I went around the block, and I tell you what, I really don't like running in my area because it's so hilly. Like, I guess it's good because I'm practicing inclines and whatever, and I'm working a bit harder, but oh my God, it was hard.
Yeah.
It was hard. I wasn't feeling too flash, but anyway, my pace wasn't too bad, so I got it at 9 minutes 15. And then you were like, okay, well, shit, now I have to run. And how did you go on your run?
I've never regretted something more in my life. I went for a run. My area's not as hilly, but like I have to go up and down at least once.
Yeah.
Right? So I kind of mapped it out, and I was like, oh, if I do this loop, that'll be about 3K.
Yeah.
Started off, walked like for a bit, and then I was like, I'll run downhill and then come back uphill. And I keep having this issue where my feet go numb like instantly, and it just makes running so much harder. And like then like the pain in my calves and my back. Anyway, I ran 2.1K, and that was
solid.
That was a slog though. Like that was me just being like, I'm not
We're not
walking
quitting
away
yet.
from this without
Yeah.
having run something. So I did that, and then I had to walk the last bit home, and I was going to kill myself.
Yeah.
So I was in a foul mood, and I ring Dad, and
What did Mark say?
Dad's like, oh, what are you doing? And I'm like, I fucking went for a run and my feet are numb, and like I was just furious. I can't even remember what I said. And Dad was like, oh, it's all right. Like, and I'm like, no, you don't understand.
Yeah.
Like, this is your fault somehow. Anyway, so the problem is I've got 2 pairs of sneakers.
Yeah.
I've got these Adidas sneakers, which are really just a casual sneaker. It's not really suitable for running or for the gym.
Yeah.
And that's what I started out wearing. And they're okay because they have room for my feet to swell.
Yeah.
But then I was like, oh, let me try my New Balances that I got years ago to run, like actual running shoes. But they don't account for the fact that your feet swell, because I'm stupid and didn't realize your feet swell. And they're really padded around like the bit that goes over your foot.
Yeah. Like the tongue?
Yeah. And so like that means there's even less room. So I don't have suitable shoes at the moment, which is like causing my feet issues, which makes my calves worse, my back worse, all that kind of stuff. And so it's really hard to run at the moment, because I also don't want to injure myself. Yeah. Because I'm like, fuck that. So I've booked in to go to the running company later this month, literally the day after Live Golf.
Oh, cool.
To get
coming, obviously.
Yes. Because then my other fear is, like, I don't want to just go and buy shoes, because my biggest fear is spending like $200-300 on shoes. Yeah. And still having the same issues. Yeah. Like I will genuinely guillotine myself if she didn't like that. She was like, not my girlfriend. I would actually guillotine myself if I spent money on shoes that were not suitable, and then I've just wasted a bunch of money that I can't afford to waste. Yeah. No, that's so fair. At least at the running company, they'll have me run on the treadmill. Yeah. And then I can also test shoes that they recommend. Yeah. So I feel good about that. And I know, like, once I get my shoes right. Yeah. And your body adjusts to having proper support. Yeah. I'm still going to try and run in my Adidas shoes until then, but it will be like less, or like on a treadmill or something. And I'm also really trying to put in more effort at Pilates and stuff when we're doing core and back exercises to strengthen those. Yeah. Because that also needs to happen. So, yeah, I did not have a fun time. Yeah, so because of that, you were like,
I'm not gonna push myself today at run club.
And I'm just not feeling it. Like, I'm already like, I can't do it. I can't do it. And I know that if I tried, I would just give up.
Yeah. Which is fair. Which is so fair. Like, I feel like the shoes will be an absolute game changer for you. But so the fact that you still went to run club was solid, and you went on a decent walk. So that's better than not going at all.
Yeah.
So kudos to you, because literally on Thursday, Caitlin's like, I'm not even going to run club. I'm not going. And I'm like, okay. But yeah, so I woke up this morning and I was like, I want to set myself a goal and get my pace within 8 minutes.
Mm.
It can be a high 8 minutes. I don't care. I just want that first number to be an 8.
Mm-hmm.
And so woke up this morning, got ready for run club, and I was like, oh, I should probably eat something. Look in my fridge, look in the pantry. There's nothing there. And I'm like, cool, sweet. So I eat a handful of week-old grapes. I crack open a crispy can of Coca-Cola. I go on my merry way.
It's like 7 o'clock in the morning.
It's rough, man. But it did the job, because I got my pace down to 8 minutes 20 today.
Dude, that is so incredible to have started with like an 11 minutes something, 10 minutes something pace and get it down to 8 minutes in 8 weeks.
Like, it's such a huge achievement when I think about it, but like when I'm doing the run, I'm like, I'm still so slow. And then when people are like, no, like, you should be so proud, like, that's huge, that's amazing, I'm just like, is it though?
I think you're being hard on yourself though.
I
because
am.
Like,
I'm my biggest critic, and like that's literally like one of the hardest things that I've found with running is like, like running in general.
Yeah.
But also is like not listening to that voice in my head that's like, just stop now. Like, we're done.
Yeah.
Like, no, bitch, no, the fuck we're not. We're not done until we're done.
It's also hard when you see a lot of people running 5-minute paces.
Yeah.
Or like even seeing people, like I've seen it on TikTok more recently because I'm like watching a lot of running content and they're like, I started in January, ran 5K by the end of the month, and now like already running a 5-minute pace. But like,
or like when
everyone's
people,
just different.
or when people post and they're like, slow runners can run marathons too, and their pace is like 8-9 minutes, and I'm like, this is the fastest I can go.
I know.
What do you mean it's slow?
It kills me when they're like, slow runner, like running a marathon as a slow runner, 6-minute pace. And I'm like,
oh, okay.
I know.
Like, it's just, I don't know.
But that's why I think you posting the running content that you are on your TikTok is important. Because there's always going to be someone like us, who's seeing the same content that we are, being like, oh, cool, I'll just fucking off myself then.
Yeah.
So it's nice to see, like, a starting point that is realistic to us.
Yeah, 100%.
That's encouraging.
And I really still don't see a lot of girlies like my size in particular doing running. Like, I'm coming through, like, I'm churning through running content on TikTok at the moment, but it's still
Riley's the only one that I've seen
people that look, but even her, she's fucking, her pace to begin with was 8 minutes.
That's
like, what the fuck? Like, I just have no aerobic capacity, and endurance just is not my jam.
You build it up. I think the thing is to
be
patient
there. Yeah,
and just stick to it. It's going to be a slog. Like, it's
100%. Yeah, it's not a quick thing.
No.
But yeah, so that's running updates. Look how high my socks are. My God.
I love it. No, you're killing it though.
Thank you. You are too. For like considering everything and every obstacle. The fact that you weren't even running 5 weeks ago now.
I mean, that's the other thing to consider. Like, you've started 8 weeks ago or whatever.
Yeah.
Did you even think you'd be able to run the full 3K? You said to me you didn't even think that you'd be able to run the full 3K by the end of the 8 weeks.
Yeah.
You're not only running the whole 3K non-stop, you're doing it in fucking 8 minutes.
Yeah.
The whole thing in 8 minutes.
Bananas. Yeah, that's something that I need to work on, is like celebrating the wins.
It's just
you know what I mean? Like it's just not in my brain chemistry to focus on the good that I do.
Yeah, you're like, okay, what's next?
Yeah.
Like,
or I'm like, no, I could have done this better.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? So,
but also enjoy the running. Like, it's got to be something that you enjoy, not just something that you're like ticking off.
Yeah. And I do enjoy the challenge.
Yeah.
And it feels great afterwards once I've actually done it. And I'm like, no, like, see, like you can keep going. Like,
what I'm enjoying about running this time around is the thought of when we go to Fiji, getting up and going for a run.
How fun. Oh my God. I am looking forward to that.
Like, or when we do our SB runs or something, like, running places where it's visually pleasing and like just being able to enjoy the surroundings.
100%. Shall we kick off into the celeb?
Yes.
Celeb highlights for this week?
We have an update on Gypsy Rose.
There's been an update on Gyp has been booked and busy.
Dude, she's nuts this week.
And you know what? I absolutely fucking love it.
It's kind of relatable. So obviously last week we were talking about how she's separated with her husband Ryan.
Yep.
And then this week's been such a whirlwind because they separated. 3 days later, TMZ are covering that she's got matching tattoos with her ex-partner.
What is the tattoo of? Do we know?
Is it of like a dog or something?
Is it?
I think it's like a husky or something.
Oh, random.
That's what it looked like.
Okay.
So she's got matching tattoos with her ex, and she's like showing them off on socials.
Did she meet him in prison as well?
Yeah. So he wrote to her after he saw there was like a documentary.
Right. Big fan.
Wrote to her, and then they started dating, and then I have a feeling they even got engaged.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. It was pretty serious.
Yeah.
And then when they split, she started dating Ryan not that long after.
Right, okay.
So yeah, she's now got matching tattoos with him 3 days after announcing her separation from Ryan. And they've been like papped, hanging out together. There was like those photos of them out the front of some like a dollar store or something, and they're like smoking cigarettes. Someone shared it on Twitter and was like, she needs to listen to Robbers by the 1975 immediately.
Truly.
And then she announced that she was going to be getting plastic surgery, and she posted photos, when was it, like overnight or something for us, photos of her post rhinoplasty, whatever it is, you know, the nose surgery.
Yeah. Wow.
Like getting your nose done. Yeah, so Gal's had a nose job.
Good on her.
And she just doesn't give a fuck.
No.
She's like, yeah, I got a tattoo with my ex. Here's a photo of it. Yeah, I'm hanging out having cigarettes with my ex. Here's a photo of it.
I love, just post the content, girl.
Yeah, she's like, yeah, I had a nose job an hour ago. Here's a photo of it. Love it.
Unreal.
Us with TikTok.
Truly. Every single thought is going on that dumb app.
Yeah, it's a lot. I'm enjoying, like, it's entertaining to watch. I feel a little bit bad for her because I'm like, I feel it's giving like trauma, PTSD responses, and also keeping in mind she's only been out of prison for what, like 3 or 4 months. Yeah. She's probably like, whoa. Yeah. All this opportunity, all these things are coming my way. Yeah. But I did see that the reports are that she felt like Ryan was, like, her and Ryan were bickering a lot, and she felt allegedly that he was quite controlling, right, and judging her a lot for like the choices that she made. Didn't like that she wanted to spend so much time with her family, things like that. Right. I also randomly saw on Pop Crave, I think it was, or E News, that I think it was to do with their separation, that she felt like she was not at risk, but that Ryan would potentially hit her. But he never did, but she felt like he could. But it was also potentially just, I guess, what's the words? Like trauma from her mum. Yeah. Like she had those experiences with her mum, and so she like just suddenly felt like Ryan would do that. So, and then Ryan's come out now, and he's been like, I was completely blindsided about it. Yeah, right. I'm absolutely devastated. Like, we haven't spoken. I didn't know that she still had strong feelings for her ex. Like, you know, I was blindsided by that as well. So it's all a bit messy, but it is very entertaining.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie.
Living for the content.
Yeah. Jip Jip, because that's the thing is like Jip Jip, like everyone was going crazy about Jip Jip when she was about to be released.
Yeah.
Then she came out and like everyone was loving that she like got her iPhone and all that kind of stuff. But then it was kind of like, okay, well,
it dipped.
That's it. And she said, no.
Nope. Well,
she
round
said,
two. Ding, ding.
all eyes on me.
Yeah. Truly.
Bless. But yeah, it's giving like an Amanda Bynes, Lindsay Lohan.
As Britney Spears once said, there are only two types of people in this world: those who entertain and the ones that observe.
Correct.
And she is an entertainer, baby.
Yeah.
Through and through.
Yeah. Fuck. But yeah, a bit crazy. But also, there's been a lot of crazy shit like this week as well. Jojo Siwa.
Oh my days.
Dude, if I consume another Jojo Siwa video, I might have to delete my TikTok. She irks me. Like, there's always been something about her. It's her level of energy.
Yeah, just dial it down.
And then now she's going through this rebrand where she's trying to get rid of her kid image and I guess come more into like an adult image. And she's released her new song and she's got an album coming out. So the new song Karma's a bitch. I should have known better.
Yeah.
The song itself, like, it's not good.
Mid.
It just sounds like AI wrote it.
You're not winning awards for the lyrics.
But then she's gone viral with this stupid dance that she's doing to it that looks like what I would imagine an epileptic episode to resemble.
Literally.
And she's going to an award show dressed like a member of Kiss, saying that like one of the interviewers asked her on the carpet, or who's the most controversial guest that you'd want to have on your podcast? She must have a podcast. And she goes, my ex, and then like half walks away thinking that there's going to be this real dramatic response. No one says anything. And
like
then
who?
And then in another interview on a red carpet thing, she's saying how no one has ever been through as dramatic of a rebrand as she has in like this generation. And you can see the interviewer like half holding back their laugh. It's nuts, but I reckon it's all calculated. It's all 100% intentional. Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, she's getting views, so
because she was on, you know, have you seen Nick Vile?
Yeah.
She was on his podcast recently.
Vile Files or whatever.
Yeah. And I saw a clip where they were talking about how people were taking the piss out of her videos, like of her dancing to the song on TikTok. But it was people like James Charles, Tana Mojo, like people who had supposed to be friends with her or whatever. And she was saying how like she was rehearsing for the dance and she was like, oh, people that dance really full on, like those videos go viral on TikTok. She was like, I'll just do one and see what happens. Like just take the piss. And she did it and it took off. And so she's just kind of lent into it. So I think the rebrand, I think the craziness on the red carpet, I think the dancing and even the music, it's all intentional to keep her in the public eye and keep people talking about her.
Yeah. I mean, it's working.
Yeah, it is. But like, obviously, like Miley Cyrus went through a crazy era, right? Which she then come out of, and now she's like glowing and all this kind of stuff. Lindsay Lohan had her moment. Britney Spears.
Yeah, well, I remember like in an interview, Jojo was like, Miley's like one of my biggest inspirations. Like, I want to do what she did with Bangers.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, you're going about it the wrong way, though, Del.
I feel like not everyone needs to go through that to be famous and relevant.
Yeah.
Like, you can. It's like one size shoe doesn't fit all.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. And I also saw a TikTok saying that the song Karma was actually written years ago, and it was meant to be for Miley Cyrus. Because Jojo Siwa was apparently not, and I'm saying apparently because I saw it on TikTok, so who knows if it's verified or not, that Jojo Siwa isn't credited as writing the song, only for performing the song.
Right.
And the people in the writing credits and the producing credits had written a lot of songs for Disney stars back when Miley Cyrus, like in that era.
Yeah.
And it was, meant to be for Miley around when she did Can't Be Tamed, but she turned it down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Well, that's what everyone was saying.
Yeah.
Like, thank God.
Can't Be Tamed is a banger.
Yeah. Can't Be Tamed is what Karma thinks Karma is.
Yeah. Truly.
Yeah. Nah, it's nuts. I just can't, like, even seeing her on Vile Files versus, like, everything else, two different people.
Crazy.
Different vibes. So it's all for performance. Absolutely.
It's like how, like, Paris Hilton, how her entire personality on screen was entirely staged and she's just this completely different person off screen.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that.
Exactly.
Like, Jojo Siwa is a character.
Yes.
That she plays.
Yeah. And, like, she's been having, I guess, album or music release parties, and she had one, and James Charles and Colleen Ballinger both attended. Both have vast histories of controversy, in particular Colleen more recently. And it's like, I just feel like everything that Jojo is doing, her whole PR strategy for this era is to be controversial.
Yeah.
And like stir up controversy.
Yeah.
Which I get because it works.
It gets the views.
It works. People are so gullible online and people will like eat up the crumbs. They absolutely will. But on the flip side, it's like, I think to that level, I feel like it can be detrimental as well, because it's her whole persona now. It's not just, she's just doing little bits here and there to get the attention that she can then build off of.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, that's nuts.
It'll get to a point where, like, is anyone going to be able to take her seriously? Like, if she genuinely wants, like, a serious, like, you know, career out of it.
Because doing the controversial stuff, that's easy. Anyone can do it.
Yeah.
It's easy to be an asshole, or it's easy to be crazy or whatever like that. What's hard is then using that and pivoting it into something that has a long shelf life. Like what Miley Cyrus did, going from bangers to who she is now. The world loves her now. The world hated her during bangers.
Yeah.
The world loves her now. Doing that and then pivoting to become the golden child, I don't think many people can do it.
No.
That's my hot take.
Next.
Zayn.
I don't have anything to say on this because I haven't heard the song. So you go.
What did I ask you to do?
You asked me to listen to the song. I was busy getting pretty, okay?
Tell everyone what you bought yourself for your birthday.
Everyone, it's my birthday month. And so that means treat yourself constantly. Debt doesn't exist this month. So I bought myself a Shark. I think it's called a Shark Flex Styler. I don't even know. Anyway, it's like the knockoff of the Dyson Airwrap.
Worth every dollar.
Love, 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 love.
As a girly pop who only ever wears her hair dead ass straight or in a slick back bun, I wasn't convinced. I'm like, you don't need to spend hundreds and hundreds of dollars on something for your hair. You did. And
when I bought it, I was like, oh, do I really need it? Like, I mean, like, I'm going to gym. I'm having to put my hair back every other, like, afternoon anyway. Like, do I really need... Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Yes, ma'am.
Stunning.
Thank you.
Gorge. She looks so good at the footy essay, and right now it looks stunning.
I'm so excited. And then I'm getting it done before my birthday, so it's going to look even better.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm so excited.
Please tell me you're not cutting it.
No, I'm cutting what's dead. I'm going to add layers. I'm going to go dark brown.
I'm about to say bald.
I'm going to go bald. Going to go dark brown, then bald. No, dark brown, layers, cutting off what's dead, and then I'm going to get curtain bangs. Yeah.
That's going to be a vibe.
Yeah, because now I have the things to style it. I feel like I can commit to a curtain bang now.
Dude, you with long hair, don't go short.
No?
No, I'm loving long hair.
Yeah, okay. I feel like I'm kind of committed to it now that I've got the things to actually do something with it. I'm like, okay, once I get, because my hair's quite thick, so it doesn't really, because it's so heavy, it doesn't hold a curl very well. Yeah. So I figure once it's layered and it's all fresh, it's going to look banging. You have really
nice hair.
It's going to look banging. Thank you.
I like it.
So yeah, worth absolutely every single penny.
I love it.
And I saved myself $400 because it was $400 cheaper than what the Dyson Airwrap was. So,
which means you can buy 2 birthday presents now.
Exactly, which brings me up to the next topic. I really want an ice cream maker.
I think you should get an ice cream maker.
I think
because I'll benefit from it.
Exactly for the masses.
If you can make coffee ice cream, then that's a win.
That can't be hard. Like I'm imagining Cold Rock.
Yeah,
at home. Are you kidding? And like I like a creamy ice cream more in winter than what I do summer.
I can see why, but that's interesting.
Like I like a fruity, like I'm like a sorbet kind of girl.
I swear on my life, if you buy an ice cream machine and I come over and you're making fucking pistachio ice cream.
Pistachio and taro ice cream, stop. What if I try to recreate the pandan one? That would be fun. Pandan and coconut.
See, I'll do that, but if you're only serving me taro and pistachio, I'm going home. I'm going home.
You're taking that machine with you.
I hate that. I'll ring your bank and complain. I'll be like, don't let her spend money.
Lock that card up immediately.
But back to Zayn.
Yes.
Zayn's releasing new music.
Okay.
And it's been a hot minute.
Okay.
It's been 3 years since he did his last album.
Okay.
So he's releasing new music and I'm excited.
I just don't care for it because I just know that he's not going to tour. And even if he did tour, I don't even think I'd go because there's like a 90% chance he'd cancel or wouldn't show up.
I mean, you've said nothing but the truth.
I don't know. Like Pillow Talk was a banger for me. Was it Pillow Talk? The album?
The first one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
the second one. No, the most recent one. I was like,
yeah.
I like his music. He has good vibey music.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're right. He's in that flaky basket with like Scissor.
Yeah. I just don't know how I feel about it. Who's asking for the new music, to be honest? Yeah.
I mean, you've got a point. Although he has been doing a lot more interviews lately. Ever since him and Gigi had their daughter, he's been trying to get out and about and do a lot more. And he said openly, he's like, I'm doing it for my daughter because I want to prove to her that like
you can do
whatever you want to. You can put your mind to whatever. All right then.
Skip through that one.
There's not really much else to say. I thought that he had a new song out already, but I think it's been out for a while. Rebel Wilson. Have you seen anything?
I've seen that she is releasing a memoir.
Yeah.
I've seen that she's called Sacha Baron Cohen not fun to work with, to put it lightly.
Called him an arsehole.
And I've seen that the release date has been pushed back.
Yeah. So, yeah, she's got this memoir coming out.
Who was asking for that memoir?
Yeah, the rise in memoirs and like celebrity docos. I love the concept because I'm nosy as fuck and I want to see behind the scenes.
Yeah.
But it's the same every time. I must say you get more from the books than you do a doco. Like I feel like they reveal more.
Like I think there are some people where a autobiography is absolutely justified.
Yeah.
And where like there is use in telling the story. Like everyone's story is worth telling. Don't get me wrong, but Rebel Wilson just doesn't seem like the kind of person where I'm dying to know what her background is. Yeah. And how she got to fame. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do.
Like do what you want to do and tell your story if you want to tell it. But I just I am not that target audience.
Do you know what's funny? So many people say that. Not so many, but recently when we post something controversial, we piss off some fan groups on Twitter, people will comment, that's the first thing they'll say is they need to make podcast equipment more expensive. Podcasts are too easy to make.
I mean, so fucking true.
Do you know what though?
So fucking true.
If I was famous and a publishing company came to me and offered me like the opportunity to have my own biography, I'd do it.
Would you?
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't think I would. I wouldn't have enough content for a book.
I
wouldn't remember. I don't remember what I had for dinner 2 nights ago.
Yeah, that's my issue.
Like, they'd have to ghostwrite the plot, essentially.
I just like the idea.
Yeah.
See, I'm the problem.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Or if they're like, do you want to doc it? Yes.
No.
Absolutely.
No, we don't need to tell my story.
And it's not even like...
I share what I want to share. You know what I mean?
I wouldn't even be doing it because I care about other people reading or watching it. I'd read it. I'd watch it myself. It's like when you watch your own Instagram stories back.
Yeah.
That's
You're
what
like, art.
Yeah.
Love that.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
I'm like, wow, this person is fascinating. It's me.
Right? Do you reckon, like, there's actually going to be tidbits in there in Rebel Wilson's autobiography that's actually going to be shocking and jarring? Or do you reckon it's just all publicity?
No, I think the bits that... Same with like a movie trailer. All the best bits have already come out in the public. Like... in the news, because the book's out in the US,
right?
But the launch has been delayed in Australia and the UK,
right?
And fans are speculating it's because Sacha
Baron Cohen.
Baron Cohen is such a hard name. It's not, but to me it is. I'm just going to call him Sash.
Yeah.
Sash is not happy with what's been written about him in the book, apparently. Well, this is what fans are alleging. Well, kind of guessing, and so he's trying to, I guess, get it taken out or get it redacted or retracted, whatever the word is. Because the main things that she talks about in the book, again, it's all over the news. The first one is that, yeah, he was an asshole to work with, and that he put her in compromising positions or asked her to do things that made her uncomfortable on the set of the Brothers Grimsby. Is it Grimsby? Yeah. And then just that he was a flat out asshole. And then the second bit was that she lost her virginity at 35.
Yep.
Which she said that she was talking about it because she wants to have like other late bloomers, I guess you'd call it, like not feel bad about it, that kind of stuff. Which I get, but it's also like it's not... To me, it's not that interesting.
No.
Right. But I get why she's doing it. I guess it's like us with the running thing. Like, there's always going to be an audience group or someone like you, so I get it.
Yeah.
Then the third piece was that she feels that Adele hated being compared to or confused for her when they were both, I guess, heavier in weight. Because people would confuse them a lot, apparently. And there was one instance where people in London thought that Rebel was Adele and were pestering her until she was like fake signing things as Adele, just trying because they wouldn't leave her alone until she did.
Oh my God.
And she was like saying how apparently Adele would like avoid her like the plague, and she felt like it was because she didn't like to be confused for her. And because... I'm
sorry, but what party or what social situation are they ever crossing paths?
And also like
what do you mean Adele is avoiding you?
Right.
Like, you're just not in the same social circles. Like, what?
Exactly. And because Rebel put it down to the fact that because Rebel Wilson was obviously heavier, she felt like Adele just didn't like the weight comparison thing and didn't want to be associated with someone who was fat, right? And I just think, I don't think that would be the case. I think it's just a matter of Adele probably doesn't really care for you that much.
Yeah.
Not that I don't think she's neither here nor there.
Yeah.
She just would be like, don't have anything in common with her,
Yeah.
whatever. Or I imagine Adele to be a little bit like you in the sense of if she doesn't have her glasses on, she can't fucking see shit.
Yeah. I'm not clocking anyone unless they're up here, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just don't think Adele would be bothered.
I think that's a lot of projection.
Yeah.
On that take.
Yeah.
I mean, who's to say, you know what I mean? But from my view, that's her projecting.
I feel like that happens a lot in autobiographies where unless it's like a factual incident.
Unless it's
happened.
This person said this.
Yeah. If it's what this Adele thing is like where it's like, well, it came across as this or I felt like this.
You're interpreting someone's intentions.
Projection.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but they're the main things that are doing the rounds in the media at the moment.
Are you gonna read it?
No, because if
me
that's
either.
the most scandalous stuff in the book, like, it's not that interesting to me.
Yeah.
People would say the same about if I had a book, though. So
They say the same thing about our podcast. So
I really don't give a fuck.
no.
Yeah. So
Next.
it's divorce season.
'Tis the season
To get divorced.
to be signing papers and splitting your wealth.
Why can't it be Patrick Dempsey? Why can't it be
Toto Wolff. No, I love them together.
Yeah, I don't actually want them to get
they're beautiful.
divorced. Any of those people to get divorced, because it's not like they would even marry me anyway. But it's just it's nice. No. What's their saying? Seeing other people live your dream. Whatever. Let's just move on. Yeah, 2 divorce announcements this week, guys.
Yeah, 2. DOS.
Chance the Rapper.
DOS.
And
This one's rocked me.
really? Why?
I thought they were tight.
I didn't even know he was married.
No, yeah, they've got like a couple of kids together, I reckon.
I forgot all about him after that song.
Yeah, he's been off the radar for a hot minute.
What was that song?
He was in
All night I've been drinking all night, I've been drinking all night,
yeah,
I've been drinking
that's a banger. We should play that on the way of the footy. And No Brainer with
Sing-
Justin Bieber and DJ
Oh,
Khaled.
yeah.
Let's play both of those on the way
Yeah.
there.
Dude, that all night one would slap at Hacienda. Do you remember Hacienda? Did you ever go to Hacienda?
Why does that ring a bell?
It was where Mary's is. So Mary's used to be a lot smaller, and half
I reckon
was
I've been there drunk once.
half was Mary's, and the other half was Hacienda.
Yes.
And Hacienda was like really big, like with people in their early 20s kind of vibe, and they played the best music. It was like Mr. Kim's but less snobby.
I've never been to Mr. Kim's.
Are you shitting me?
I'm
You would
not.
have loved Mr. Kim's in your time.
Scared me because everyone was like, yeah, you'll only get let in if you're good looking.
Well, that's
so I was
not
like,
true.
I'm simply not going to try.
That was not true.
I heard they had a fish tank though. I can't believe I missed out on that. Are they still open?
I think Mr. Kim's is still a thing. It's so small in there.
We should go.
It's so small.
We should go. I need to have an experience, even if it's past its heyday.
Yeah, Manuel used to love Mr. Kim's.
You know what else someone says is still popping? Rocket.
I don't trust that.
I think that's a lie.
Rocket I've been to Rocket a couple of times. Trash.
Yeah. I don't know.
But the
Anyway.
people that go to Rocket are not my people anyway.
No,
so.
and the person that told me this was considerably younger than what I am. So
Yeah, the same people that
Like
go to Rocket go to
26?
Falls.
Yeah.
And I'm
Yeah.
not in either of those buckets.
Yeah.
I went to Rocket once for a Kanye West theme night.
Mhm.
This was like this was Yeezy era Kanye,
I reckon I was
everyone.
there with you for that.
Were you? I was with Manuel. I remember that. You might have been there.
I
It would have
reckon
made
I reckon I
sense.
was. Yeah.
It would make sense. But yeah, that was like Yeezy era. And that was when like they would do the theme nights. Oh my god, my titty's on the mic. I'm just
Oh, goodbye. Bye. Good night.
Do you know what? This is actually
Yeah, go
really-
on. That's a vibe.
There we go. Can y'all hear me? But yeah, do you remember when they would do the theme nights? And it would be a person theme, and then they'd
Yeah.
have the face cutouts, and
Yes,
everyone would be in
yes.
the photos with the face.
Yes.
I loved.
That's what I remember. I remember the cutout.
Yeah. I remember not being there for long.
No.
I didn't vibe it. It was kind
No.
of shit. That's right, because they didn't actually play that many Kanye songs. They would play one every like 30 minutes.
Yeah.
And
it
I was like, I thought
Kanye
this
and
was...
Friends.
Yes, it was
Yeah.
Kanye and Friends.
Yeah.
And they'd play other fucking
Yeah.
people. And I was like, this was when I was obsessed with Yeezy.
You had a phase, yeah.
I had a phase. And
It coincided with your bucket hat and flannelette phase. They just
Dude.
all morphed into.
that was a disgusting phase. That phase, my bucket hat and flannel phase, was when I thought the Austral was the Taj Mahal of Australian pubs.
Yeah, we were there every weekend after work.
Because I was like, it was such cheap jugs of beer.
Yeah.
What was the deal? It was like
$10 jugs.
Yeah, $10
Yeah.
jug. It tasted like piss. It tasted
But we were
like watered down piss.
Yeah, we were going to it like horses to a trough of water.
And do you remember that time we went for my birthday and they asked us to move tables because this big group came in? They're like, we'll give you a couple of free jugs if you move. I honestly thought I was a celebrity. I was like, this is how the Kardashians are treated every day. This is iconic. I got blackout drunk. Yeah, that was the closest I ever got to a Triple J phase.
Yeah, it was mighty close.
Yeah.
Because, we went to All Day. We went to Sticky Fingers.
All Day still slaps, though.
Yeah, he does.
Sticky Fingers was so funny because you were like, you weren't falling asleep, but you were like pretending.
I was blackout drunk out of my fucking mind. And before they even went on stage. Everyone's congregating to go on stage. So we're like second row. And I'm not feeling great at this point. They come on. I'm like falling asleep on the girl's back in front of me. And she's ready to fucking fight me.
She hated you. She kept turning around being like, can you stop laying on my back? And you're like, I'm not. So sorry. I'm not. Gaslighting her.
I'm going cross like, I'm not.
You didn't even know she was there.
I'm like, what?
Fuck,
Where am
man. I couldn't even tell you a single Sticky Fingers.
No, I don't even remember that set at all. I remember us falling asleep on that bitch.
And then after that, so much controversy came out about the lead singer, and I was like,
and now we can't listen to them ever again.
Which is fine, because I don't anyway.
Yeah, no.
I've only ever been to the Gov twice. Sticky Fingers and Lainey. And
Lainey, that's so random. I went to see Short Stack once. Swing Swing Baby is an absolute banger.
Stop. No, the fucking both acts that I've seen at the Gov have had major controversies since. Right. So I think
true. I went to see the Rubens as well.
Couldn't tell you a fucking thing. At the presets were at Gather Round. Yeah. No one told me that the presets was just two 50-year-old men.
I'm here with all of my people.
No.
They played so that funny. And they played what was the other one? Oh, I can't even remember now. They played 3 songs and honestly, Caitlin was like, you know what? That was enough. That was enough for me.
I hate that music.
I concur. No, they did all right though. They did all right. They fit on the stage. That was the main thing.
Do you remember when, like, if you waited until the day before or the day of a concert, this was like back in like 2015, you could get them for $60. Like, I reckon our Miley Cyrus tickets were $60. I think that's
still a thing. You can get last minute tickets, but everything sells out now. So
yeah, it was like called like Last Ticks or something. It was so good. Because I reckon we saw Miley Cyrus for $60 each.
What a dream!
Bangers tour. We saw Sam Smith.
Like, I'll happily sit in the nosebleeds for like $60 for almost anyone.
Entertainment center's small anyway.
Yeah, you can see all you need to see.
It's all the same.
Yeah, truly.
Anyway, back to it being divorce season.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't even know Chance the Rapper was married.
Yeah. Have they said why? They're just inconsolable differences or something?
Yeah, something like that. Please respect our privacy. Whatever. Fans are obviously speculating a ton of shit.
I think there was like a rumor a while ago that he was cheating on her.
I did see a video that after the announcement that people were circulating of him like grinding up against some girl.
Yeah.
And they were like,
that's not right.
Yeah.
You have a wife and kids at home.
I was like, that's kind of weird. I mean, to be fair, if that was my husband, I'd be like, you're a fucking piece of shit.
Yeah. And you know what? If that's why they're breaking up, then good for her. She deserves better.
Yeah, facts.
And also Sacha Baron Cohen and Isla Fisher.
Mm-hmm. Sash.
He's going through it. He is going through it.
What's your thoughts on Sacha Baron?
I don't really have any. I feel like, again, like he's one of those people that's known for his characters, but I feel like I just don't see enough of who he is as a person. Yeah.
Borat had a moment. Like Borat, it was like Napoleon Dynamite. It was like a whole movement.
Like I loved him and Isla Fisher together though.
Yeah, okay.
But again, like I don't know enough about them.
They fucking irk me.
Really?
Yeah.
Right. Why?
It's that sense of that style and sense of humor.
Yeah.
Isn't my vibe. There was things that he did that I thought was funny, like Borat. Yeah. I thought Borat was funny because I like that he definitely pushes the envelope. And
I don't think I've seen a full movie that he's been in.
I couldn't tell you another one.
I haven't seen Borat through. I haven't seen.
There was another one that I watched, and he puts. Is it Borat? No, it's another one, and he puts the daughter in the cage.
Haven't seen Bruno. Is it Bruno?
Oh yeah, that was not worth watching.
Yeah. Fat Pizza, didn't see.
Fat Pizza's also. See that whole style of humor.
Is it Fat Pizza?
That doesn't feel right.
No. There's one where he's in like a suit, in like a yellow. I see a yellow suit and sunglasses.
Are you thinking of The Mask?
No. No. But very close. Hang on. I'm going to look it up.
And same for her. Like that style of humor, not for me. I always just thought they definitely suited each other.
Ali G.
Oh no, Ali G, I can respect. I take back every bad thing I've just said.
Ali G.
I
not
loved
Fat Pizza,
Ali
sorry.
G. Ali G. Fucking love. No, okay, I take it all back. I really liked Ali G. That one was really funny. Everything else, trash. And Isla Fisher, neither here nor there for her. But it's just because different style humor. Anyway, and then the way that they announced their separation.
How did they announce it?
An Instagram story, stock standard. It was a photo of them dressed as like tennis players, and they were talking like it was all tennis references, and people were like, "This is the weirdest promo for challenges I've ever seen."
Truly though, what? That's so random.
Yeah, it was really weird. And then I saw on Dumoy, that when the announcement came out,
I think it's Dumois.
Okay, whatever.
But anyway, I could be wrong as well. Anyway,
you're probably right. But they'd posted a submission that they got a few months ago now. I think it was in January, saying how obviously they use loose terms on who it is because they don't say who it is. But basically, allegedly, Isla Fisher, every time she would come to Australia, she would hook up with this old flame of hers and like full cheat on Sash. And then it's been happening for years. And
he knew?
They weren't sure whether it was an arrangement or whether he didn't know or what. And then they were saying that they believe that that's that has built up and would be the cause of their separation. Because in this like little submission, it was saying that they were getting a divorce. So yeah, which is crazy. Yeah.
Wow.
Love divorce season. That's it. That's everything I had on my list.
It seems like a very natural position to end things.
Yeah. I mean, we got to go to the...
We gotta bounce. I really want Sunta, and I'm hungry again. So
yeah, I'm getting food at the footy today. They have fancy food at Adelaide Oval.
Yeah,
dude, I'm seeing people with fancy tacos, fish and chips, burgers, Sunta. Yeah. Jamie, my sister, said you can get like Beyond India or whatever it is there. Hella nice stuff. Anyway, so I'm gonna go do a food review of every store.
Yeah, maybe I'll get 2 different meals. Who's to say?
Fucking game changer. All right, my dudes.
Thanks for coming. Thanks for staying.
Have the best week. And we'll be back. Guess what? We come back next week. That's fucking crazy. That's the thing about podcasts. It's a weekly thing.
Whether you like the content or you don't, we'll be back for another week.
Whether you think we should have a podcast or not.
That's none of my business.
We're going to keep coming back.
We're going to keep on yapping.
Yep. All right, my
Love
dudes.
you. Bye.
Bye-bye.